passionate about what you're saying, bro. That's really incredible.
Yeah. You're
Wow. I'm gonna get ejected from this.
You're gonna get tossed. Nathaniel, what's your channel about? How'd you get into filmmaking?
I guess I've always been interested in how humans operate in the world, and I love to ask kind of philosophical questions and tell stories about it.
Mine's just specifically about documentary filmmaking.
You're actually way more than just a YouTuber. You do a lot of stuff.
I try to do filmmaking and then talk about it on YouTube. There's only two things you can do with a YouTube channel, I was told, is entertain and teach.
No, dude.
No?
There's art.
Okay.
You can be an artist.
No, but I make my art and then I teach about it. But you're right, you can be an artist.
There's a third category.
We didn't know about it. My hot take is that reels are making us stupider. It's a dopamine hit, but I don't know if you really learn anything.
Yeah.
I think you learn what you don't know, but the only way to make a reel smarter is to actually go talk to people about what you just learned.
Definitely.
But the problem with them is they're such a great dopamine hit. I think the only way to do it is to maybe teach it. I think that was the most important thing I learned about my YouTube channel. It was in the early days, I uploaded videos, I put them on a private Dropbox folder, and the question I was trying to ask myself is, do I enjoy this if no one ever saw it?
Right.
And I realized, I love this, I love teaching.
Here's another hot take.
Tell me.
I think it's actually not hard to go viral. Oh. It's easy to go viral if you pick a very popular topic, you say something salacious, go towards enraging people or shocking people, whatever.
Yeah.
I've had videos hit the algorithm and I realized this doesn't fill my cup.
Having seen that and felt like this isn't giving me fulfillment, what does?
I get such a thrill from feeling like I did something that's original. And the beautiful thing is, everybody is capable of that. You know, when you're playing your own game, it's like, nobody can beat you at that.
Yeah. Oh, we're speeding up.
That was level one.
That was level one. This Tube Talk has been brought to you by Musicbed. It's the best place to get the best storytelling music because it's made by storytellers, real film composers and musicians.
Huge selection, lots of awesome, authentic music to get all kinds of emotions. I feel like every time I'm looking for something, I know I'll find it on Musicbed.
What's one thing you've heard that you didn't want to hear at the time but has been the most helpful?
Just to let go of control, I think a lot of making art is stepping into uncertainty. The more you're willing to tolerate the uncertainty, the more interesting it is what you make, you know what I mean? How about you? How do you wish people, or what? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. What do you want to be remembered for in 100 years if somebody sees one of your videos?
Specifically for the videos, but I think it would lead into my entire life. Did Mark care? I really try to live that idea, like if you love your neighbor as yourself, what does that look like? And if that bleeds into our business, am I putting out content that I want to receive on the other end?
Definitely.
So would this actually help me if I was on the other side of this content? So I'm definitely enjoying what I'm doing.
No, I'm just passionate about what you're saying, bro. That's really incredible.
What do you want to be remembered for?
Just the same thing, am I doing things with heart, you know what I mean?
What does heart mean to you?
I think that's just, I feel like it's just a feeling, I don't know, it's how I feel when I make what I'm making. I don't know, maybe everything that I do 100 years from now will be entirely out of style.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe it'll be like, what a nerd, you know? How are you doing?
Doing good. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me.
You want to go, or do I go for this one? So basically,
tell me. We're on the same side now.
I think it's important to remember that photo is a Greek word for light. You're working with light. That's one of the most important things. It's not about the gear.
I feel like the most important thing for me in every film that I've made is thinking that every piece of art you've made is asking a question. And if you don't keep that question at your forefront, you'll go down all the different pathways and avenues that every piece could make. But I'm always saying, what's the question? So if I'm making a film about a person, what question are they trying to answer in their life? If I'm making a reel, what piece of information is this giving? What question is it answering for my audience?
Right.
So that's just where I start with everything is, well, like, what question does this answer? Whoa! That was amazing. That couldn't have been timed more perfect. I gave my answer like when I was in the air.
You know instantaneously when you've landed on something, right? You gotta trust that instinct.